What is up, guys? You're on the Telman Takes. This is our first episode. We're excited to launch this series where we're just going to be doing uploading podcasts and talking about crypto and specifically with a focus on TEL. So here with James and John.
Right on.
We're really excited to start this up. Today's been just an absolutely insane day. TEL has absolutely just taken off, and we're excited to start talking about it. So if you're new to this space, if you're new to Telcoin, we want to, bring all the information here on YouTube into one spot for you to consolidate pretty quickly in the, in your mornings or afternoons. And so we're going to try and bring you all that news now. So start this off with where TEL is currently sitting as we record this video. It's at 86th of a cent, so an eighth of a cent, or not an eighth of a cent. How do you say it? It's like, is it an
8/10 of a cent?
Yeah, 8/10 of a cent. Yeah, that's how you say it. And we are just climbing past sell walls. I'm actually looking at the USD pairing on KuCoin right now, and it's kind of insane how quickly these sell walls pop up. Like I was looking at one this morning, and this afternoon, and I noticed a $20 million sell wall, and I was like, okay, so it's going to be like,
It's going to drop.
Well, it's not going to drop. It's like, I'm like, okay, it's going to be a few hours, maybe a day before we get through that. I came back and it was all the way down to 1 million.
Right,
it's just gone. And so we want to talk about what's causing this and why this is happening right now and why you're seeing a peak in the price. So the first thing is the Gcash announcement came out this morning. So there was a few things. We sort of had a perfect storm. So there was a misunderstanding like in the TEL community of like whether or not they were going to vote in Nebraska to pass the legislation that would allow TEL to move in and have clarity on their coin. But that was driving some hype behind the coin. But what really drove the hype was this Gcash announcement. So you can see that they have their remittance announced for Gcash and people can now start using it. This opened the door to about 33 million users on Gcash to start using Telcoin as a remittance for their remittance. So it's kind of insane, actually. 33 million was the estimate in 2020, and now it's probably way more than that.
This is blowing through, yeah.
They grew 60% from 2019 to 2020. So I bet you it's going to be in the range of 50 million.
Here's what's crazy too. Like,
yeah.
This is the first, this is a huge partnership. This is like the first corridor they've opened between the Philippines and Canada.
For sure. Yeah. And so what's even crazier about all this price action that we're seeing is there's only one corridor to buy Telcoin, which is KuCoin. I guess you could get it on Uniswap. I know a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people are using that right now just because of the high ETH fees, but it is insane how quickly this is blown up, and volume is just one of the things that our man Patty Stash always is like pointing out is volume, and volume is just on the rise. Like it's outpacing price, which is just insane. So,
Sunday afternoon, it's like
yeah,
700,000.
Yeah, we were looking at it. Yeah. So on KuCoin, the USDT pair, the Tether pair, had 700,000, and then the Bitcoin I think had 4
something like that.
And now, like I'm gonna pull it up right now.
8.7 million.
Yeah, 8.7 million USDT and 83 in the BTC. So that's just crazy. That's a good sign that the price is going to be able to hold at where it's at.
How many days is that? That's Sunday. We're at Thursday here. That's like 5-6 days. It's just completely blown up.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So then we found this article. This crypto will make banks go extinct, and this is sort of what TEL is looking to accomplish. Like, if you can have access to a bank on your mobile phone and just be able to send money at like 2% of the rate, or like 8% less than the rate that you were initially paying, you're going to be saving a lot of money. And pretty much what they're doing is banking the unbanked. So this is a really good article to check out. I wanted to point out something here. Telcoin has been quite busy in the background. Aside from aggressively building their platform, they also acknowledge the fact that they have to move to seas and mountains in order to be an ambitious project to come to fruition. A smart company knows to cover its bases, and that's exactly what Telcoin did. So you're kind of jumping on the train after, like, if you're just hearing about this now, 8 years of development. And what's really cool about this project is one of like the things that I've learned in the past about investing is you invest in the team initially, and then you hope, you know, the team will generate the results. And that's literally what you're seeing with Telcoin is you have this amazing team who is taking literally pretty much the opposite approach to most crypto companies. Is they're doing approval first, they're getting approval for things first, and then they're moving forward. And you can kind of see this in the Discord group, not the Discord group, the Telegram group, where they're answering questions. It's not about, you know, and this is a good thing. It's not about making us money. It's about solving a real world problem. And that's what makes TEL very special and really cool.
I think that's like an important thing, like when we're looking at XRP, right?
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen with the SEC and that whole lawsuit? I don't think they have much of it.
The SEC doesn't have much of a case, yeah.
But you have to think that the SEC is going to be cracking down
for sure
forward, and if Telcoin is putting the right foot forward, like, they're going to be in a really good spot.
Yeah, so Telcoin and the whole company has been very forward thinking, and you're not going to have to worry about that. You see here, like Danny tweets out, TEL is now 23 paces away from the top 10, and then you get this response from Coin Market Cap, which is pretty cool. So 23, it was 123 at that time. Right now it's sitting at 110 and pushing. It's going up and up. We're going to break the top 100 very soon. So super exciting stuff to be in the top 100 of all coins. Just look at that beautiful chart. Just amazing. Okay. So we wanted to talk about this. Some of the few things that are kind of coming down the pipeline. That's going to be a funny topic. So right now we're only on KuCoin. We hinted at that a little bit earlier. If you're unaware, you know, if you bought KuCoin, you probably already know that. But if you're unaware, KuCoin is the only place you can really buy and sell Telcoin. And we wanted to point out the fact that, like, what Patty Stash is saying here is absolutely right. Major exchanges are losing cash on these trading fees, and the volume is up. Actually, it's higher than XLM's on on KuCoin alone. It's catching XRP's volume and on KuCoin. So, and we do know, like, we know that we know Binance sees this. We know Coinbase sees this now, and this is no longer a project that isn't on the radar of some of these major exchanges. And so pretty soon we're hoping to see some new corridors open up, new exchanges open up and release Telcoin. Again, that hopefully will influence price action. So we've also had, we also saw this in the group today. Do you want to go over this, John?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so Telcoin is opening in specific markets. So Philippines to Canada, and a lot of people are downloading the app and trying to open up their wallets. But, you know, this is what we were talking about before. This is the forward thinking aspect of the team. Like, they're putting priorities first. They're prioritizing their customers, and then they're going to in the future, open this up to other corridors. So like people from the Philippines and Canada get the first action, and then once they open up to Australia, the United States,
game over.
Then it's going to open up to these other people that are trying to get it. But
yeah, so if you've tried to download it, you probably have gone through the steps, and it just gives you that notification that you can't download it because they're prioritizing that other stuff. This is just clarity for those who are wondering where this is going. You know, obviously we think when this gets announced, that's going to be a big deal. So again, another strategy in crypto is buy the rumor, sell the news. Very cool stuff.
And how many corridors are they planning to open by the end of the year? I think I counted like it's 6 to 9.
Yeah, on their roadmap, it's pretty.
On their roadmap.
Yeah. And I also read that they're not focused on getting their coin onto other exchanges. They're waiting, like they're not trying to develop the relationship with those guys because again, they're thinking about the problem that they're solving. Those guys, I guarantee you right now, are looking at them and saying, we need to add them to our, like they don't,
Absolutely.
Telcoin doesn't need to go to them anymore. They'll come to Telcoin, which is just awesome. At least that's what we believe. So this morning, Qcoin crashed because
for like 10 minutes there, I could
yeah.
not access my Qcoin, and I was getting so angry. I'm like, what is going on
Yeah.
right now?
A few people were having a panic attack. Like, I'm losing all my,
There goes
my
investment.
Telcoin,
Yeah.
gone. But that's the disadvantage of having like one corridor open. So we want to, like, we know that they're watching now, but it's still awesome to see this price action, and it makes us even more excited what's going to happen when these new exchanges open up, because and like Patty Cash was saying, it's like the volume today is like one buyer total. Like one buyer will buy the total volume, like once those new exchanges comes out. So that's sort of that's what we're hoping for. Again, not financial advice. We're just enthusiasts, and we're just giving our opinions and sharing some news.
And honestly, just out of pure speculation and just using Qcoin, like you have to use USD, buy Bitcoin in Coinbase or whatever medium, and then transfer it over to Qcoin. Once that becomes mainstream on like Binance or Coinbase, you have to imagine a ton of your retail investors who weren't able to figure it out, or maybe it was just too much of a pain.
Well, I think about all the access. I think about all of our friends that we told about Telcoin. I have a few of them that just wouldn't buy it because it was on Qcoin. They're like, I don't want to figure out how to set it up.
And it's not a valid coin, or like a scam, or what, like being on Coinbase or Binance kind of brings some validity to it.
I wouldn't say it's validity, because I think it already has validity. I think what it brings to the table with Coinbase, and just like it brings a sense of security and trust, because people trust Coinbase. I think it's about to IPO. That's something we can talk about later. And it has Goldman Sachs backing its IPO, which is really cool. But that creates consumer trust for the non-innovators, for the people sort of in the middle, and that'll bring in a whole new market to Telcoin. The next thing we wanted to say is, if you're not following 360 Trader, you need to go follow 360 Trader now. Like we made a joke on our Twitter page, like this guy's got
he has a magic ball.
Dude, he has a crystal ball. He's looking in the crystal ball. He's looking in a crystal ball, and he's telling us what he sees in the future. And this is a tweet from February 7th. He's like, everyone will know its name. And I remember reading this, and I think it even got me to buy 100,000 more TEL. I was like, just because of this tweet. So shout out to 360 Trader. We're gonna have to buy you a drink when we come
and meet you. Here's just to add more flame to the fire per se. He just said, well, he said today, you should see my next TEL target, yo. So
things are really popping off for 360 Trader. He's a really like awesome guy, fun to follow. Just word of advice, don't ask him for price predictions. He will destroy you. He said TEL will go down as a trophy trade of this cycle, and we agree. That's why we're in it. So very exciting stuff. We wanted to point this out to you guys. So to all the guys following us, don't get tripped by TEL doll. This is definitely a man. And he knows it too. Yeah, he knows it. He's swooping followers by putting a girl in his picture. I think I remember when he changed his name in his picture. It's definitely a dude. Don't buy into this crap.
For all you noobs, who want to just follow a girl who's trading crypto, this isn't that guy.
Not the guy to follow. Right.
Hey, one more important thing is Paul Newmer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And kind of what he said about the Nebraska legislator
yesterday.
We were anticipating, everybody was anticipating, today was going to be the day where that information was launched, but these things take time. So like, we're not going to know until probably the end of the year, maybe beginning of next year, but it's in the works. I think these types of things, have to go through
Yeah.
all the political loops or whatever, but
Well, the encouraging thing is they're fast tracking it.
Yeah.
And that actually already happened. So nobody in the TEL community really knew this, but it happened on the 9th that they officially took it off the desk and they were going to move it forward faster, like prioritize it.
Yeah.
So we don't have exact dates on that. If once we do, we'll update you and let you know. But again, positive, moving forward with thinking out in front. The last thing is we just wanted to quickly go over all the things that we found this Duty Arfan.
Arfan. I like that.
Great name. It's just a fabulous profile picture.
Great.
Look
Yeah,
at
I
that.
was gonna say that.
Look at him.
He's unreal, man.
He's out of this world.
He's so dialed in.
But so pretty much, I think he does a really good job of summing up sort of like what could be coming down the road this next year. So he tweeted this on February 11th, and so far it's held up pretty well. So part one, it's going to look like this, consolidating now at 0.003. I remember those days a few days ago.
Literally last week.
Yeah, the alt punch, the Gcash announcement will push it to 0.1, which it looks like it's going to do. Just looking at price action and looking at these sell walls just coming down. Like the Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers, when that orc runs in and jams the bomb.
That's a great analogy.
We need to make a video. We need to make a thing of that and him just running.
We've got so many meme ideas. It's just never ending.
Yeah. So then he says part two, the announcement corridor to Singapore will bring 0.02 to 0.03, and then Australia 0.4 to 0.05. We think that's pretty accurate. It might be a little bit more. We're also like part three, the DeFi will bring in the dollar and beyond. So DeFi, if you haven't done research on DeFi, we don't have time to talk about that, but that is going to be unbelievable. It's going to be so cool. DeFi is the future, and we really believe in DeFi, and we can get into that on maybe another call, like another video that we do. But he's absolutely right. And then part four, and note, he didn't even factor in big exchanges on any of the above. So like we could get a Binance listing, we could maybe get a Coinbase listing. I think we'd get a Coinbase listing if that Nebraska thing goes through. That's my theory.
Totally.
Yeah, so just super exciting stuff. A lot is happening, and there's a lot of action going around Telcoin right now. So we're excited to be on this ride, man. We're here early, and it feels really cool.
And it's with all this things, it's not a pump and dump. Like, this is a legit company. And again, this is not financial advice, but this is like very forward thinking. There's a lot of hype around it, of course, but it's super valid. And
yeah,
it's solving a world problem.
The hype is coming right now, and it feels like there's hype. But I mean, I remember sitting on this and like feeling like, is this a scam? Like, I don't know.
Is it gonna go? It's on Qcoin.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. So very cool. We're very excited. And we are looking forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Leave a comment in the section below, shoot us a subscribe, hit the bell. And then, obviously, like, we're going to push our Twitter every single day. So go give us a follow. We're pretty active on there. So it's at the Telman, and we're going to be pushing out content as quickly as possible. We're making gifts like this. You guys are free to use these. They're pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of them.
Shoot us some love if you do.
Yeah, if you like them too, shoot us some love, give us some retweets. And yeah, and we'll see you on the next video.